Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream number 188. And remember, guys, it is a short and early stream today. We're only going till 12:30, and I do have some interesting news for us to talk about today. Echo! We don't need an echo. Anyway, I've got some news to read for everybody today. It's all very, very lizardy news today, very reptilian news, and also arachnid-like news as well. Very, very animal-driven today. But before we get into that, I do have a bit of a rant about something that I read on Twitter this morning. Which is some idiot saying that people with genetic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, those were their examples, shouldn't have children because they shouldn't. Nobody should be responsible for someone else's suffering. So, I quote tweeted them and I said, the same could be said for people lacking basic empathy and intelligence, but here we are. I, for one, look forward to being an aunt when my type 1 diabetic sister is ready to have children. Medical science can do wonders these days, or something to that effect. Now, people, I don't understand people who say things like that. They just mentally vomit things out of their mouths. They have no, and it's not a for sure thing that those genetic traits will be passed down, first of all. Second of all, medical science can do wonders for those, well, for at least two of those three examples, diabetes and hypertension. There are many cancers that are much more treatable now than they used to be. I'm not saying that every cancer is a walk in the park. I'm not saying any cancer is a walk in the park. But to say that people with genetic weaknesses, as they put it, shouldn't reproduce, it's like, who the fuck are you to say that? Hello, Armskiller. Hello, Seamus. Short, you promised you wouldn't mention that, says Pumpkin Trucker. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. They do know it is a chance. Yeah, but I mean, I hear a lot of blind parents have this argument as well. Blind people who have genetic blindness, like a genetic condition, and they have kids. And, you know, if they have kids with a sighted partner, I've heard of the sighted partner's family members being very upset with the blind person, because how dare they take the chance that a child could go blind. And it's like, well, that doesn't mean that they'll have a terrible life. Um, it it doesn't. And I think that unless there are severe medical complications that would mean that the baby is going to die, or the mother is going to die, should medical people interfere? Maybe. Even then, I don't think they should. I think that that's up to the parents. I think that there have been people having children for thousands of years, and this may sound callous, but those who are meant to survive, survive, and those who don't, or those who aren't, don't. And when we have, and the fact that we have a lot of medical science now that is very advanced, a lot of these quote unquote genetic weaknesses are not really a weakness anymore. They're an annoyance, they're an inconvenience, but they're not exactly a weakness anymore. And I think that that's very, that tweet was very ridiculous. Hello, nothing for you here. So that's my little rant before about what I read on Twitter this morning. Because the diabetes thing kind of set me off because of my little sister. She is type 1 diabetic. And to hear somebody say that someone with with type 1 diabetes, for example, shouldn't have kids, it's like, fuck you. Just fuck off. You have no idea what you're talking about. So that's my little rant. And now I've got a few news stories picked out. Unfortunately, my internet or my Safari browser wouldn't let me open more than 2 tabs. So I've got 2 stories open, but I do know exactly where the other ones I want to read are. So that's not a problem. So the first 2 ones I'm going to read are from Pink Hollow. And actually, one of them does happen to be the titular article. So we're going to get that one. We're going to do that one pretty close to the beginning today. So the reality is, says Armskiller2, that anything can happen, so why worry about a child inheriting a gene that could be dormant? Exactly. Remove the warning labels. Yeah. When aren't there Twitter yaps? Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. All right. So let's do the first one has to do with a magic accident. I mean like a magician's magic. I don't mean like a magic. I don't mean like a I don't mean like a Magic the Gathering accident. I mean a magician. So let me just go and get the proper spelling of this person's name so I don't butcher it. Let's see here. So this one says Indian Houdini. 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 Indian Houdini. Chanchel Ahiri. So Indian Houdini Chanchel Ahiri, body discovered, or also known as Wizard Mandrick, drowns after magic act goes wrong. Huh. That's unfortunate. So that's from yesterday. It says this is the stunt that resulted in the death of magician Chanchel Ahiri, who drowned attempted to replicate a Houdini-inspired stunt. Oh dear. So there's a video, I'm guessing. Or a picture of it. I wonder which stunt it is. Let's see.
Indian police have recovered the body of a magician who drowned while trying to replicate an underwater Houdini-inspired stunt, tying himself up with chains and ropes and being lowered into a river.
Ah.
Rescue workers found the body of Chanchul Lahiri late Monday in the Hooghly River. The deputy commissioner of the Port Division of Kolkata Police, Syed Wakar Raza, told AFP the 40-year-old Lahiri, who was known by his stage name Jajogar Mandrake, Wizard Mandrake, was lowered by winch into the river in Kolkata on Sunday in a yellow and red costume.
Oh dear, this can't be a good thing. I bet you the current got in the way of this stunt.
Undefined image in this frame, but the 40-year-old, his legs and his arms tightly bound, failed to emerge from the water, to the horror of onlookers including his family and team members.
Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, but watching family, that can't be good. Slow it down again. How did it get fast again? How did it get faster? Hold on. Let me... Where is voiceover utility? There is voiceover utility. Should be at 40%. Why is it not at 40%? How does that happen? Why does that happen? It is aggravating. Why is it at 45 again? Fuck off. That's better. All right. Are you going to be... That's better. Okay, so let's try this again.
Indian police have recovered the body of a magician who drowned while trying to replicate an underwater Houdini-inspired stunt, tying himself up with chains and ropes and being lowered into a river.
That's much better. Why did it get to 45% again?
Rescue workers found the body of Chanchul Lahiri late Monday in the Hooghly River. The deputy commissioner of the Port Division of Kolkata Police, Syed Wakar Raza, told AFP the 40-year-old Lahiri, who was known by his stage name Jajogar Mandrake, Wizard Mandrake, was lowered by winch into the river in Kolkata on Sunday in a yellow and red costume.
Yeah, that's much better. I set it at 41 before. And for some reason, it got put up to 45%. So,
undefined frame, but the 40-year-old, his legs and his arms tightly bound, failed to emerge from the water, to the horror of onlookers including his family and team members. Authorities had initially believed that the vanishing act could be part of the stunt but immediately mobilized help to rescue him.
oh dear. Well, at least that's good that they didn't I could imagine them thinking for a second that, oh, okay, it's part of the act, but it's a good thing that they realized quickly that that's not what it was. But it sucks that he wasn't able to do the stunt. That's awful for his family. Holy crap. That's really awful.
Lahiri told AFP before the attempted escape act that he had successfully pulled off a similar stunt 21 years ago at the same venue in the eastern city.
Okay, but you're 21 years older, and have you been maintaining your physical your physical shape? Have you been um have you been, you know, practicing? Or did you just decide, oh, I did it 21 years ago, therefore I can do it now? It's
I was inside a bulletproof glass box tied with chain and locks and dropped down from Harrow Bridge. Then I came out within 29 seconds, he said.
Yes, 21 years ago, dude.
He admitted it would be tough to free himself this time. If I can open it up, then it will be magic, but if I can't, it will be tragic, he said.
Oh, did he mean to rhyme? Like, seriously? Did he do that on purpose? That's pretty bad. That's pretty awful. I heard from a fat friend that he's in shape because round is a shape. Nice. Oh, Pink Hollow sent me another story. Let's see. New and unseen magic that I did 20 years ago. Yeah, I know. It's.
He also said he was undertaking the death-defying stunt to revive interest in magic.
Oh, there's always been interest in magic.
Hey.
Yeah?
That's a breaking, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a super breaking, but I just saw that one. It just dropped an hour ago.
Okay.
But that's your titular article. Okay.
Okay.
That's your titular article.
Well, then I'll have to change the title then.
No.
Well, then it can't be my titular article if I don't change the title.
Well, how many tits are on a person? 2, right? So you can have 2 titular articles. Am I wrong?
But I already did my other tit about my Twitter rant.
So then put up the other titty and let's look at them. So
it's the Total Recall girl of streams?
As long as it's the new Total Recall girl, which is the Asian one, sure.
Okay. Anywho.
When Lahiri tried another stunt at the river in 2013, he was assaulted by onlookers who saw him escape from a locked cage via a door that was clearly visible.
Oh dear. That's not good. So apparently I guess they think magic is evil?
Undefined image. He was beaten and punched and his long flowing golden brown wig was pulled off by the crowd. Almost a decade earlier, he declared he would walk on the river waters but had to beat a hasty retreat when the act went wrong. Our current Harry Houdini was a Hungarian-born American stuntman who became a sensation in the early 20th century with daredevil feats including escaping from a crate lowered into the East River in New York in 1912. Frame. Link. Find a note about relevant advertising.
No, actually, yes, but I'm not gonna buy your newspaper, so fuck off. All right. Next. Okay, ready for this? This is creepy as hell. And Piccolo sent me this last night when he was reading. He was just sitting on the couch, and all of a sudden I hear, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Here, you can have this one for tomorrow." So, Scorpion gives birth after traveling to Canada in Vancouver woman's luggage. Yup, you heard that right. Hi, Green Thunder. Blind press showing both titles. Pink Hollow endorsed. Oh. Wink. Sound logic from Pink Hollow.
Victoria, a scorpion that turned up in a Vancouver resident's home last month following a recent trip to Cuba, has now given birth. Staff at the Victoria Bug Zoo confirm in an online post that the scorpion has produced about 20 offspring, and the whole family is doing well.
Oh, good. Well, that's nice to know. If I'm sorry, but if a scorpion ended up in my luggage and then gave birth, I would burn my luggage. And all of this stuff in it. That is what I would do. What, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat? No, like an actual scorpion.
The scorpion, named Gail after the woman who spotted it in her kitchen and had the courage to capture it alive, was initially identified as a potentially deadly species found in the Caribbean.
Oh my crap, she captured the thing alive? Why would you... Ugh. Just fucking kill the thing, dude. I don't know if that woman is brave or stupid or a bit of both. And I mean that with all sincerity. I don't know if she's brave. stupid, or both. Pinkalo says, Pumpkin Trucker, I'm all about hashtag free the nipple. It's been legal here since 1993. Anchor bugs. My, this scorpion is pretty looking. I'm going to take it back to my home country. I hope not. North America, so oppressive. Even the wild critters are illegally sneaking in. 2 of anchor babies. Oh. The dangerous scorpion as opposed to the cute and cuddly ones. Yeah, I know. Fun fact, if the critter is brightly colored, you might not want to go near it.
FSK, but experts at the Bug Zoo have determined Gale is a less venomous species known as the Cuban scorpion or Heterochtonus garidoi.
A less venomous species. Not a non-venomous, but a less venomous. Oh my god.
They say Gale is doing a fine job of raising the babies, which are currently clustered on her back. You are currently on it when the offspring get a little bigger. Zoo officials say they will be removed from Gale's cage in case she mistakes them for prey and devours them.
You know, if you have a species where the mother accidentally mistakes her own babies for prey, you might want to consider that species something that needs to go away.
Third advertisement. Button. You are currently button. You are currently on a button. In button. Link.
Oh, we're
News
done.
tips.
We
You
are done
currently
with
on
that
the link
story.
inside of web content. To click this link.
Stupid computer sliding around my desk. Anyway, let's close that. Oh, and then this one just opened up. I will read it, and then I will go get the new pink, the one that. Actually, no, I will go get the one from Pink Hollow right now. New tab. All right. Two messages. Oh. All right, what's this one? Pinkala says it dropped an hour ago. What does the National Post have for us today? Yes, stop being busy, Safari, and be a web browser, please. Oh dear. What is that M or F or X actually there for? The case for removing gender from Canadian IDs. Oh my god. The gender field on our identification by default refers to gender identity, not physical characteristics or biological sex. Bullshit! No, 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 oh. Holy shit. Okay, here we go.
Share this story. What is that M, F, or X actually there for? The case for removing gender from Canadian IDs. Link. Link. If you are transgender, non-binary, intersex, or just part of a large group of people who regularly get identified by the wrong gender because of your appearance, haircut, or voice, the idea of interacting with officials at the airport or a government office can fill you with dread.
Only if your skin is as thin as a frickin'
Play.
tissue paper wrapper that wraps a Christmas present. Only if you have yeah, well, doctors are screwed, says
Pause.
Skiller. Yeah, I know. Greetings, Costin. Give an inch, says Trucker. Yep. Oh dear, says Check Your Logic.
For people in these groups, the gender marker on official identification documents can do the opposite of what it is supposed to. It sows doubt instead of helping officials quickly confirm that you are who you say you are. Play.
Well, then maybe you should either... If
Pause.
you don't know who you are, then mark the X, dude. That's what the X is there for. If you identify as a male and you are transitioning, then put male. And then when they say male, or when they ask, and then you say, I'm transitioning. Or you mark X until you're fully transitioned, and then you can mark the thing that you've transitioned into, whether it be male or female. Why is this so hard? Why do people have to make everything hard? Next month, I'm going to England to be the first goat knighted by the Queen. Yay, goat man.
Play.
Press X to doubt. Or press X, yeah. That's what the X is there for. Exactly.
Pause. The gender field on Canadian ID, by default, refers to gender identity, not physical characteristics or biological sex.
No, it doesn't. It refers to your physical characteristics. When it says male or female, it means are you male or female? It doesn't mean how do you feel. It means what are you? What sex are you? That's what it means. That's why it doesn't say, it just says male, female, X. YouTube deleted my greeting. I said good morning, clown world. What? Okay then.
Play.
There's just as much a case to walk around nude and establish genders as a case of any Audi only. At this point, yes. Honk, says Pincalo.
Passports, as well as most provincial ID documents such as driver's licenses, now allow people to choose to identify their gender as X, meaning other, instead of M or F. You can also change your official gender without showing proof of surgery.
Oh, that's even better. You don't have to show proof of surgery to change your gender. Then what are you bitching about?
Play.
I certainly would require proof of surgery before changing your gender. What if you are, hurt and the doctor needs to treat you? They need to know that you've taken hormones to change your body chemistry. Or not.
That means there's no test, not even a strip search, which is obviously problematic for other reasons, that could possibly verify the gender identity on your ID.
Yeah?
So what is that M, F, or X actually there for? No good reason, argues Chris Lowry, assistant philosophy professor at the University of Waterloo. The only solution is to ditch gender markers on ID documents altogether. That's the case Lowry and graduate student Jamie Sewell make in a forthcoming paper and a presentation at the annual conference of the Canadian Society for the Study of Practical Ethics, which is part of the larger 2019 Congress of the Humanities and Social Sciences. Play.
Frickin' philosophy professors. This is what happens when you let philosophy professors get a platform to oh, good lord. Good lord. You people are just what happened to philosophers being intelligent people? Didn't that used to be a thing? Didn't philosophers used to actually be thinkers? Because if you think this through for 5 minutes, you can see why it's not correct.
They bolster their case with a link difference principle. As articulated by the 20th century American political philosopher John Rawls, it states that inequalities in society can only be justified if they benefit the least advantaged members of society. In this case, the inequality at issue is the status quo. Most people get to have ID documents that match their gender presentation, but a few do not. They're already disadvantaged because of their gender presentation, and the gender requirement on ID makes their disadvantage worse. That means the inequality is not acceptable. This group of people is neglected, Lowry said, and not just in society, also in mainstream political philosophy. Their paper aims to help change it.
Okay, so by your logic, people with multiple personality disorders should have IDs issued for all of their personalities? Because that's the extension of your logic here. Because I'm sorry, but gender dysphoria is a mental disorder. It's a mental illness. So, by that logic, people with multiple personalities should be able to have IDs for all of their personalities.
Play.
And, this is... Holy crap. Thank you for this, Pincalo. You've broken my brain.
Pause.
Hello, Adamantine. Gender presentation. What if they present as androgynous? The fuck? Yeah, I know.
A man with a Canadian passport and boarding pass looks at the airport departures board. Getty Images / pass. A man with Getty end of a man. Lowry and Sewell consider several arguments for why gender is still needed on ID in various situations and knock them down one by one, with Rawls as their co-fighter. For travel, the gender field on passports doesn't help identify people, certainly not as well as photographs do, and can cause sometimes very serious travel difficulties for folks who do not have an appearance that conforms to gender norms, Lowry said. Airport security staff could make judgments about a person's gender, choices about clothes, makeup, hair, behavior, and so on, but it isn't as if there is one right gender presentation for M, another for F, and another for X, he said.
And that's the same if you identify as the gender you were born with. There's no cookie cutter cis look. You know what I mean? You can't. By that logic, a cis man or woman should be able to, have ID to reflect whatever they want, whatever name they want. Mandatory nudity. You're classified as an innie or an outie only. This shall be the new law, says Pumpkin Trucker. Now she's disabled with something else. Thanks, Pincalo. Yeah, you have broken my brain, honey.
There is one major hurdle to ditching gender from passports, and international regulation requires it. Lowry supports the idea of putting an X in the gender field of all passports. That would require countries that don't accept a third gender designation to make a decision about letting in Canadians at all, and would be a pretty amazing gesture of solidarity with gender diverse communities, Lowry said. Pause.
Oh, wow.
Friendly on a text element.
Because you think that a country like Saudi Arabia or Iran is going to look at an X on a transgender passport or a cisgendered passport and just be kind-hearted enough to like look at the transgendered person and be like, yes, you are clearly what you identify as. That is totally fine. You may go in. Wow. That is bonkers. Dripping with autism. Yes. Yes. Yes, straight Sith male. Brain's not braining. Nope. No, it is not.
See also.
Oh, thank God that story is over. Oh, holy moly. That is some kind of special. Wow. Okay. Let's move on to something else that's almost as stupid. Florida City pays $600,000 to hackers who seize its computer system. How comforting for for that Florida residents.
Fort Lauderdale, a Florida city agreed to pay $600,000 in ransom to hackers who took over its computer system, the latest in thousands of attacks worldwide aimed at extorting money from governments and businesses. Third-party actor Riviera Beach City Council voted unanimously this week to pay the hackers' demands, believing the Palm Beach suburb had no choice if it wanted to retrieve its records, which the hackers encrypted. The council already voted to spend almost $1 million on new computers and hardware after hackers captured the city's system 3 weeks ago.
So that's now $1.6 million because of this problem. That sucks.
Frame. The hackers apparently got into the city's system when an employee clicked on an email link that allowed them to upload malware. The city had numerous problems, including losing its email system and 911 dispatchers not being able to enter calls into the computer.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. I am not reading that, Adamantine. It's your turn to get the Gun Fox treatment today. I am not reading that. Out loud, anyway. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wow. Russian hackers, says Goatman.
Heading level 4, trending news. Link. According to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, ransomware is the fastest growing malware threat, targeting both individuals and organizations. In 2018, the massive SamSam virus disrupted the flight information system, baggage displays, and email at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, while another attack crippled computers at the Port of San Diego. City governments in Atlanta, New York, New Jersey, and Sarasota, Florida, also have been hit by ransomware schemes, and hackers have taken the information systems of dozens of U.S. hospitals hostage.
Oh, that's just terrifying. Medical records for the hospitals, and then for the cities, like tax records, addresses, birthdays, like everything. That's Jesus Christ. Yes, link. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. Oh, that is just terrifying.
Period. Ransomware is commonly delivered through phishing emails or by drive-by downloads. According to Homeland Security, phishing emails often appear as though they have been sent from a legitimate organization or someone known to the victim and entice the user to click on a malicious link or open a malicious attachment. The FBI, Homeland Security, and U.S. Secret Service are investigating the Florida attack, according to link. The Palm Beach Post. The link. The Palm Beach Post. Period. First published on June 19th, 2019/4:29 p.m.
So that was published yesterday. All right. So again, that is the other link was the Palm Beach Post. Check your logic. So the Palm Beach Post reported the last bit of this article. The FBI, Homeland Security, and U.S. Secret Service are investigating the Florida attack. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. That's a scary thing that happened. There's a lot of hacking going on. This is not a good thing. Like actual hacking. I don't mean Russian hacking, quote unquote. I mean actual real hacking. So here we go. We're back to the animal stuff. Pennsylvania woman bitten by venomous snake while doing laundry. What's a venomous snake doing in Pennsylvania? I didn't think there were I didn't think there were any I almost said I didn't think there were any Pennsylvania snakes in venom. What I meant to say was I didn't think there were any venomous snakes in Pennsylvania. Well done, Blind Press. Animal stuff, yes.
Capital A. Link. Pennsylvania. Woman was treated for pain and swelling at a hospital on Tuesday after a venomous link snake bit her on the arm while she was doing laundry.
So I guess the snake was hiding in either the dryer or the warm laundry.
Judy Reed, of Mount Penn, was walking down to her basement when a 2-foot-long copperhead snake sitting on a ledge near the washing machine sprang out onto her.
Or that.
Link. Reading Eagle. Link. Reading Eagle reported Reed was treated by paramedics and taken to Reading Hospital, where she was monitored overnight.
That's terrifying. A copperhead just sitting there on the ledge by her washing machine. Just struck. Just reach out and just... I promised not to hack your computer yesterday, VP. We have rattlesnakes here. That's true. I keep forgetting about the Massasauga. Water moccasins. Do we have water moccasins up here, or are those southern swampy snakes? Now I see why Indiana Jones was afraid of snakes. Good one. So let's see here.
Link. She was in a lot. Link. Massachusetts mom and shop.
Oh,
She was in a lot of pain. There was a lot of swelling, and she had tingling in her arm after the bite. Her daughter, Danelle, told the paper. Reed's boyfriend. She was in a lot of pain. There was a lot of swelling, and she had tingling in her arm after the bite. Her daughter, Danelle, told the paper. Reed's boyfriend, Harry Schlegel, told Link. WFMZ TV. She was expected to be okay.
oh, that's good. That's very good that she's not fatally or mortally hurt. We don't have water moccasins here, but yes, they're in Virginia in that area. Okay. I didn't think we had water moccasins here. Yeah. Everyone forgets about it because not many people know about it, even though it's pretty poisonous. Yeah. If you guys are interested, look up the Massasauga rattler, and Water moccasins are basically the only thing I have to worry about in my area of Michigan, says Green Thunder. Oh. Didn't realize they were up in Michigan.
Officials from the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission bagged the reptile and moved it to a safe location, the Eagle reported. While copperhead snakes are venomous, they usually avoid humans, according to the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission. Stock image. The snake could have been seeking refuge from a recent spate of soggy weather and slithered into the basement through holes in the home's foundation, Detective Sergeant Darren Mandel of the Central Berks Regional Police Department told the paper. Link. Click here. Link. The copperhead is the most common of the 3 venomous snakes known to inhabit the state, according to the Link. Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission. The other 2 species, also part of the pit viper family, are the timber rattlesnake and the eastern Massasauga.
Okay, so the Massasauga is up in there in Pennsylvania as well. Interesting. Very interesting. Forget the snake, let it die. All right. All right. So the next one we have is Georgia woman, 62, dies after rattlesnake bite. See, we have a theme today. We have a theme. All right, here we go.
Waverly, GA.
GA, it says instead of GA.
Link, Georgia. Woman who was bitten by a rattlesnake while gardening has died. News outlets report 62-year-old Priscilla Meredith was bitten last month and suffered an allergic reaction and heart attack that left her in a medically induced coma she never woke up from.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Copperheads, cottonmouth, and eastern diamondback and timber rattlesnakes are fairly common in Pennsylvania. Ah, there should be a snake holocaust. Whacking day. There are a lot of evil things in Michigan. One of them streams with LOTN at 9 Eastern. That's funny. Let's see.
A Georgia woman who was bitten by a rattlesnake last month has died. Image. Meredith's family says she suffered a heart attack and organ failure while she was hospitalized. She died last week.
Oh, that sucks.
Visited. Relatives say Meredith wasn't given antivenom while treated at the Southeast Georgia Health System Brunswick campus, as hospital staff said Meredith was allergic. The hospital's emergency medical director, Dr. Mosenak Pluggy, says staff follow Georgia poison control recommendations.
Allergic to antivenom. That's interesting. That's an unfortunate turn of events. She probably could have been saved had she not been allergic. That's wow. That is some bad luck. Gas the snakes, says Goatman. Let's see.
Link. Get the Fox News. Poison Control Managing Director Dr. Gaylord Lopez. Link. Tells WJAX-TV that allergic patients can still be given antivenom if they're good candidates based factors including medical history and vital signs. Link.
Oops. So I guess she didn't have those good vital signs to give her the antivenom if she was allergic to it. Man, that's very unfortunate. Let's see. I think we have time for one more story before we end. Let me see if I have... What do I have here? What do we have here? Do-do-do. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Um. Oh, here's one. Here's a good one to end on. Let's see here. Second congressional Democrat staffer charged in scheme to dox Republicans amid Kavanaugh confirmation. Kavanaugh, sorry. Confirmation fight. So there was, I guess, a scheme to dox Republicans who were involved in the confirmation problem. Let's get some details here.
Former Democrat congressional aide Jackson Costco is sentenced for posting the private information of 5 Republican senators on Wikipedia during the Kavanaugh confirmation hearings, Griff Jenkins reports.
Oh my. So that's freaking illegal apparently, and rightfully so.
A second aide to New Hampshire Democrat Senator Maggie Hassan is facing federal charges stemming from a scheme to publicly post the personal information of several Republican politicians amid the contentious confirmation hearings for now Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
That's just I have no words for these people. Democrats doxing? No. Yeah, I know, Armskillerf, isn't it a shocking turn of events? I guess doxing is only a crime when it's done against Congress. Yeah, isn't that interesting how, the rest, us little guys just have to deal with that shit? It's not a crime if it happens to us. But if you're a congressman and it happens to you, or a federal politician, then it's a crime. That's just interesting as all hell. So let's see here.
The aide, Samantha DeForest Davis, was a staff assistant in Hassan's office from August 2017 until last December. She was fired after Capitol Police discovered her possible involvement in the so-called doxing effort. Court documents accused Davis of aiding 27-year-old Jackson A. Costco, a former Hassan aide who has pleaded guilty to 5 federal offenses, including 2 counts of making public restricted personal information and 1 count each of computer fraud, witness tampering, and obstruction of justice.
So why are the aides being charged and not the person who they worked for? Because you can't tell me that she didn't know this was going on, because I'm not going to believe it. I'm really, really not. She has got to be involved. So why is she not being investigated here?
Prosecutors alleged Wednesday that Davis was persuaded by Costco to wipe down Senate computers he had hacked. Davis now faces 2 misdemeanor charges, 1 federal count of aiding and abetting computer fraud and a district count of attempted evidence tampering. The Washington Post reported. Period. Also on Wednesday, Costco was sentenced to 4 years in prison in the scheme, and was required to turn over the cell phones, computers, and other equipment he used.
I'm telling you, he was doing this on behalf of the senator he was working for. This is not something that aides do on their own. It's just not. I hate to burst the bubble, but these actions are not the work of an independent thinker. We have too many scandals like this in Canada where the politicians get their aides to do the dirty work so that they can go, I didn't do it myself. I had no idea. This is not a freaking independent aide doing things, for his senator on behalf of, without being told. Yeah, he's just a scapegoat. Exactly, Armskiller. This is... If he goes down, the heat on the senator dies with it. Yep. Exactly. Democrats are not independent thinkers. No, they're not. But, well, honestly, neither are the far right, like the really, really right wing. Like they're just as bad as the far left. They are just as likely to be sheep. They are just as likely to be closed-minded. So it's very, very important not to just say, oh, the left is awful. They are, but so are just as bad as the far left. The far right is just as equally stupid and needs to be equally exposed. So, guys,
Costco's attorney, Brian W. Stallars, responded, no one should be judged by their worst act but how they emerge from it. Mr. Costco is sincerely remorseful for his conduct, is in recovery, and looks forward to living a purposeful life after he serves his sentence.
Is in recovery. What, was he a junkie?
Link. Among the officials Costco targeted were 5 Republican senators, including Senate Majority Leader. Link. Mitch McConnell, of Kentucky. Costco posted. Link. The home addresses and phone numbers of GOP Sens, Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, Mike Lee of Utah, and Rand Paul of Kentucky, as well as Denson, or in Hatch of Utah, on Wikipedia.
What an asshole. I mean, you don't have to like people, but you don't have to put their personal information out there. He's in recovery for what? Being a douchebag, says Cult of Krill? That would be my guess. Never ever trust a politician, says Goatman. Nope. No matter the political lean. Tribal mentality is infectious and is an inextricable part of human nature, unfortunately. Yep. It is. You're right. Far right bad too. Yes. There are bad apples no matter the political lean. No, exactly. Exactly, Maddie. So that's that story, guys. And on that note, we have 4 minutes left. So if you guys have any questions for me or anything you want to say, now is your time. And then I'm going to log off and go do my errands. So let's see. Oh my goodness. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow Cognitive Thought's going to be stopping by for Friday guest day. So that'll be lots of fun. And that'll be at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 5 p.m. GMT for the British people in the crowd. Most of the issues we face today aren't partisan issues, and anyone attempting to make them partisan should be scrutinized because all they want is power. That is a very good point. Log off. How do you get all these guests? Well, the thing is I go on different streams I make myself known to different people who speak to each other, right? It's all about networking. Like I've had AP on. AP and Cog know each other. I've been on Cog's stream many times, so he's now talked to me in person. I've had Ghastly on because I've been on the Fright Power Hour a couple of times. I've because I know I rate prostate, I've been able to get a couple of other people, because of the minions. I've had Tailed Feature on, and I've had, like all sorts of different people. So and sometimes it's about just taking a shot in the dark and DMing somebody and going, "Hey, I know you don't really know me, but would you be interested in coming on a small channel and being a guest?" Um, I did have Jeff Holiday on. Um, um, so Jeff Holiday also is because we've had interactions on Twitter about anti-vaxxers and stuff like that. So we've had, Twitter conversations. So yeah, it's all about reaching out to people, talking to people, finding commonalities with people. It does take a bit of nerve. Like there are some times when it takes me a couple of days to hit that compose message button. And then it might take me a few more to word the message right, because I'm really hard on myself. Hey, Skep. I've just made it here. I had dog sitting duties this morning. Oh, good. You're here for me to say hi, bye, because I'm about to end. But yeah, it does take some nerve to get up and ask certain people. It helps that I've talked to Sinatra and Ranting Monkey and Irate Bear and those people too, right? So, and they're awesome people. So, hey Martin, it's okay. Don't worry. You'll have to go back to the replay because it's my short day today. But I hope you enjoy the replay. I've got some fun news that we talk about. Let's see. So on that note, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's stream. I'm sorry it's a short one, but come back tomorrow for the full 2 hours of Friday Guest Day with Cognitive Thought. Remember, there is no Star Trek stream on Saturday because we will be at the cottage. I may actually do a Beat the Blind Girl, though, just before we go, like maybe tonight or tomorrow night. We'll see, just to make up for it. And then there will most likely about 90 to 95% be a blind in the special on Sunday when we get back from the cottage at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. So I hope everyone has a fantastic Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a great one. See you later, guys.